Okay, we're going to look at how to write some circle equations. And the first thing we're going to do is take some equations that have been written for us and get the information about the center and radius of a circle. So if a circle equation is in standard form, it's really easy to see the center and the radius because the center is these points H and K. So the center is the point H and K. And then the radius is this R here. So in this case, the center would be 4 and 2. And just like when we were doing other types of graphs, we switched the signs of numbers coming out of parentheses. We switched the signs because those are in parentheses. So a -4 would be a +4, a -2 would be a +2. So there's your center. And then your radius is R squared. So if R squared equals 25, that means your radius is the square root of that, which is 5. If you wanted to, you could sketch the graph of that circle. Well, by finding the point 4, 2. That's your center. And then you can use your radius to go 5 in each direction. So I could go up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could go right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could go left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could go down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then those points would allow me to have a graph of my circle. So if you needed to graph it, you could sketch the graph that way. Of course, you could always type this in Desmos, and it would also give you a graph, and we'll look at that later. On this next one, since the center is a -5, the x-coordinate of the center is 5. A +10, I switch the sign, so that's a -10. So the center is at 5, -10. And then the radius, R squared, is 16. So that means the radius is the square root of 16, which is 4. That's how you do those. If you get down to one like this, you notice that it doesn't have a number with the y, so the x-coordinate of the center is -1. And since there is no number with the y-coordinate of the center is 0. If you wanted to, you could write that as a y -0 squared, just to kind of see, hey, if it's -0, there's no need to put it there. But I just think if there's not a number with it, the number there is 0. The radius in this case, R squared equals 30. So I still have to take the square root, even though it's a little bit ugly, and that's going to be a square root of 30. A square root of 30 does not rationalize. Sometimes they'll simplify or rationalize those square roots, but you cannot find a pair of numbers, the same number twice, that divides into 30. If you needed to graph that, sometimes they will go ahead and get a decimal, so you'd have 5 point something. But that's how you do that type of problem. I'll leave it to you to try. Why don't you pause the video, try the next two on your own, and we'll go over them real quick. Okay, on the next one, your center should be 0, 0, because there was nothing with the x or the y. The radius should be 9. On the last one, your center should have been 0, +4, because you switched the sign. Radius should be 1, because square root of 1 is 1. Hope this helps you understand the basics of this, and we'll look at writing some equations in the next video.